here we are.
Are you sure this is the right class?
It must be. Everyone looks like they're about to be shot. Now, these things are rarely as awful as anticipated. What's needed is a bit of old-fashioned chutzpah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ruth.
Yeah, I'm not officially on the course. I'm here to give Ruth some moral support. She's had a bit of a setback, and her confidence needs topping up.
I'm just gonna get myself a coffee.
I'll come with you. Yes, as anticipated, a smorgasbord of horrors and not a decent leaf tea to be seen.
Let's put that on your feedback form. I'm rather partial to a cup of lapsang myself. Good morning, all. I'm Graham, the course tutor. Why don't you bring your drinks over and we'll do the introductions?
Hi, Chloe. How are you?
I'm good. I'm well knackered. Got in at 3:30 this morning.
Have you done the reading for this class?
You are joking.
It's a really great play.
Oh, this is summer school, Saskia. It's supposed to be fun.
It is fun.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter anyway, because I'm leaving.
Leaving uni?
Only for a year. I applied to teach English as a foreign language and I got in. I'm going to China, Saskia. To Beijing.
When?
In November after I've done the TEFL course.
Well, that's great. Congratulations.
So don't you fancy it?
What?
Coming with me. You're bound to get accepted if I did.
Chloe, I can't just suddenly drop everything and disappear for a year.
Why not? You get all your digs paid for and there's loads of time off to travel. Just imagine, Sass, you and me in China.
See you later, Chloe.
Bye.
Oh, I meant to ask you about a patient of yours, Mr. Wozniak. Couldn't find his referral notes.
That's Daniel's fault. He saw him last week.
What's my fault?
Oh, no, nothing. Just some patient notes I needed.
Mr. Wozniak's wayward spleen.
I'll let you have those later if that's all right.
Yeah, no problem.
What is that smell?
That's me. I'm test driving this new cologne for a friend. He imports it from Tuscany and sells it online. I might be wearing a little much.
No, I sneeze at the drop of a hat. My mother's exactly the same.
It's supposed to give off animal aromas.
Really?
Yeah.
What end of the animal is that?
You don't like it?
Doesn't matter if I like it, does it, Daniel?
No, not really.
Do you like it, Simon?
Oh, don't really go in for aftershave.
Really? Not even Daniel's animal aroma? I find that hard to believe.
You don't have any idea how not my type he is.
Aha! Double negative.
And besides, I don't look at colleagues like that. I don't.
Good. So we've got a handle on what passive and aggressive behaviours might be. Now I'd like to explore assertiveness to see if we can discover what it really means. Heston, perhaps you could tell us what you think assertiveness means.
Of course, it's standing up for yourself and getting what you want.
Good. Well, that certainly sounds like an assertive position. But be careful. Assertiveness isn't just about your own objectives. It's about the other person's needs as well. Let's try something practical to illustrate the point. Hopefully, this will give us the opportunity to experience what assertiveness actually feels like. This is the object of the exercise. Each of you is going to try and influence your partner by getting them to lend you the stapler.
Oh, not role play, surely. That is so fin de siècle.
Okay, get into pairs and decide who's playing which part.
I might do this with a complete stranger. Do you mind?
No, of course not, no. Good idea.
Nice one, mate.
Charlie 724, you copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Foxhall 11-7 in the university grounds, middle-aged male, described as slim with glasses and wearing a red hooded top.
Sounds familiar. Yeah, copy that, we're on our way. You better hold on to them, Matt. Looks like Stalker, man. Has put in another appearance.
Just the man. Referral notes.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Did you like what I had on earlier?
Sorry?
The aftershave. Well, sneezing apart.
Oh, that.
Yeah, it was just you didn't say anything, and I thought that you'd be quite a good judge.
Oh, yeah, I like it. And Zara liked it too.
Did she?
Yeah, she was just having a laugh.
Well, I've toned it down a bit now. What do you think?
It's fine.
You still smell it?
Oh, yeah, fine, perfect.
Great, thank you.
I need to borrow it now because the job is urgent, but not for very long. And as soon as I've finished, I will refill the stapler and bring it straight back to you. How's that?
Good. Excellent, Ruth. Nice, neutral body language, and the words were very inclusive, so it was win-win for both parties. Well done. Heston, you're up next with Alison.
Good morning. I wish to appropriate your stapler without delay, please.
What for?
What for? To iron my trousers. What do you think for? Is that it? I was expecting a bit more of a challenge. Look, do it again. This time, don't be such a doormat. You don't let people trample all over you in real life, do you? Stand up for yourself. Ah.
How did that feel for you, Heston?
Well, I suppose I got the desired result.
She did seem genuinely upset by your behaviour.
Well, if she'd been a bit more assertive, we would have cancelled each other out.
And how do you see this relationship working in the future?
I imagine she'll steer well clear of me and I of her. A win-win for both parties.
Library.
Fancy a drink first?
I've got to copy up my notes.
Oh, don't you ever forget about work and just chill out?
Sometimes.
Hey, someone's late-handing in their essay.
Very funny.
So how about a movie tonight?
Yeah, right. I'll check out what's on and let you know.
Great. And I'll bring the TEFL application form.
See you later, Chloe.
Beijing, here we come!
Heston, I hope the honest feedback from the rest of the group hasn't got you down.
No, on the contrary, it's very refreshing. In fact, we have a junior doctor who lacks a certain resolve, and I'll be using some of your techniques to galvanise him, if you don't mind.
Good. And it's great to see that Alison has returned, don't you think?
Well, I can't imagine that her employers would be overly impressed if she just walked out.
Well, that's true. But I'm just wondering if there might be something else we could do to bring about closure. Can you think of anything?
Is that your not-so-subtle way of asking me to apologise?
Do you think it would help the situation?
Why can't you people get to the point? It's very disconcerting. All right, against all my instincts, I'll offer my best mea culpa. Excuse me. I wish to apologise for my rather overzealous performance. Of course, it has its roots in amateur dramatics, where I invariably play the lead. In fact, the Evesham Pump players are still talking about my Coriolanus.
Okay, everyone, shall we reconvene?
Excuse me, sir. Do you mind telling us where you've just come from?
Why do you need to know that?
Just making inquiries. There's been a report of a break-in at a property on Petrova Road.
Well, it's got nothing to do with me, so I look like a burglar.
Well, actually, you do fit the description of the suspect, yes, sir.
I haven't broken into anywhere. I was visiting my daughter on Petrova Road, if that helps, but I let myself in to get something.
Number 41?
Yes.
Well, that's not how the incident was reported.
Well, she wasn't there at the time. I've obviously disturbed someone and they've called the police. It was all perfectly innocent.
Have you got your daughter's telephone number so we can contact her?
Look, I don't want her to find out about this. It's a surprise.
This is not really making sense, is it? Do you mind taking a seat in the car?
No, I'd like to go
Just
on my
get
way.
in the
if that's
car.
all right.
I'm arresting you on suspicion.
Get off me! Let me go!
You do not have to say anything. OK, Matt, he's in trouble here. Get that paper bag. Lay down, sir. OK, relax, sir. Breathe into this. Breathe into the bag, sir. Deep breaths. That's it. And again. That's it, sir.
I saw someone sniffing Daniel in the corridor.
He asked me to. He didn't ask me as such, but, you know, he presented his neck and
What was your green light for a quick nuzzle?
Zara, what is it with you?
I saw what I saw.
Look, just because you've had Daniel, it doesn't necessarily follow that I want to sleep with him too, all right?
You need to relax your arm.
It's bruised. I was assaulted by the police. I know what you're thinking.
Really?
Yeah, I'm some kind of pervert. That's what he's told you, isn't it? PC plod out there.
Can you loosen your shirt, please?
Probably another copper behind that door, just in case I revert to type.
Have you hyperventilated before?
Yes.
When did it start? In childhood?
No, it was after the birth of my daughter. She's 19 now. When I first held her, I nearly fainted. With joy, that is. Do you have children?
Deep breaths.
It changes everything. The first time those innocent eyes look through you, they were little miniatures of her mother's. She grabbed hold of me with those eyes, and I haven't let go since.
OK, that's fine.
Oh, but now she likes to act the grown-up. Now she's passed a few exams and been backpacking. But I know better than anyone she isn't. She's not ready yet. And that's not an opinion. That is a father's instinct. And now I've been locked up for following my instinct.
Mr. Mayor, you need to keep...
Listen, they took my phone. I want you to go and ask for it back.
Well, I can't do that.
Why not? I need to make a call.
When I finish my examination...
There will be no further examination until I've spoken with my daughter.
Everything all right? Well, you can speak to your daughter in a minute because she's in my office.
I specifically asked you not to make contact.
I'm afraid she's part of our investigation. Now, I'm going to need a mother's maiden name to confirm her identity. Mr. Mayor?
Hartfield. Helen Hartfield.
Karen, these are Mr. Wozniak's referral notes. Would you mind choosing and booking his day surgery?
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks. And look, it's probably best you forget about what I said earlier in the staff room.
Yeah, well, I was a bit shocked.
Yeah, well, it's just I've only been here 5 minutes and it might reflect badly.
What do you mean?
What if word got out?
Well, you fancy Daniel? Oh, don't worry. You won't be the first.
Just that I was talking about Daniel. Why does suddenly everyone presume that I... Look, I do not find Daniel attractive, OK?
All right, keep your hair on. He's on the other bus, if you hadn't noticed.
How do you feel now?
I'll be all right.
You might want to drop by the surgery next week.
Why?
For a checkup. And if you need to discuss any issues of anxiety or stress, I'd be happy to see you.
What should I say to her? My daughter?
Well, I can't answer that. But if you're having relationship problems, then open discussion is always the best way forwards.
You make it sound so easy. She might not want to speak to me after this.
Then you might consider involving a third party.
Counselling, you mean?
Possibly.
That's the one-stop shop with you medical people, isn't it? As soon as anyone steps outside the normal zone, they get stamped and sent for counselling.
I can assure you it doesn't work like that.
I know how it works. They did it to my wife. They ticked the mental illness box and left her to rot.
Come in.
Saskia, I told them not to bother calling, but they insisted.
Dad, can you just tell me that it's not true?
Of course it isn't. Haven't they told you, darling? It was a misunderstanding, that's all.
Was? You stalking me around campus with a pair of binos like some pervert?
Steady on.
And then letting yourself into my house, how dare you do that?
Look, I was checking you were OK.
No. No more excuses, Dad. You're pathetic. And if you can't see that, then you've got a bigger problem than I thought.
I saw what you were up to and I was worried.
What are you talking about?
That man in your class this morning, he's twice your age.
Professor York is my tutor. We were acting out roles from King Lear.
What about that boy staying in your bedroom? What role's he playing?
He's gay. He's called Tom. He's on my course and he's got nowhere to live right now. Or do you have a problem with that?
No, not necessarily. We just need to talk about this.
No. You need to stay away from me. Okay, Dad? You need to stay away and keep out of my life.
All right, Heston.
Of course. How are you finding the festivities so far?
Much better than expected. I'm in serious danger of enjoying myself. How about you?
Well, there are a few left-field training methods I might adapt to my own purposes, but apart from that...
Oh, well, at least you're here to support me.
Well, it doesn't look like you need much support. You seem to be bonding very well with the motley crew.
They're really nice people. Why don't you come over and mingle?
I won't. I feel, got 1 or 2 calls to make before we resume.
Okay. See you in a bit.
Are you all right?
What do you think?
I hope you will be able to talk things through with your father when you feel a little calmer.
What do you care?
Yes, well, I can see this is a difficult situation for both of you. If your father's health is affected, then I may have to get involved, and that's a situation I'd rather avoid.
What's wrong with him then?
Well, anyone who suffers with anxiety over a period of time risks damaging their health.
What, so I'm making him ill? Is that it?
No, not at all. But you may help him get better.
He needs to help himself.
I couldn't agree more. Anyway, good luck.
Wait. If you're driving, can you give me a lift home?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Karen, but I thought it was common knowledge.
No, don't worry. Muggins is always the last to get the scandal. Mind you, now I come to think about it, there were quite a few synchronised lunch breaks around that time.
What, Zara and Daniel? Off for a bit of afternoon delight.
I'm saying nothing.
Can you imagine? No turn the lights off, even if you wanted to.
Michelle?
I'm sorry, but I thought Zara had better taste than Daniel. Well, at least you cheer him up and span him out.
Well, I think that she still likes him.
No way.
Well, have you not noticed the way that she criticises him all the time? Well, when you like someone, that's a cover-up, isn't it? Overcompensating. And she never stops talking about him. Daniel this and Daniel that.
Well, I better head back to the campus. Mustn't take too long for lunch. People might start getting the wrong idea.
So who told you, Cherry?
Told me what?
About me and Zara.
Well, it wasn't you, Daniel, so who does that leave?
Is this your mother?
Yeah. It's the only picture where she looks really happy. Which is strange, because she died 3 weeks later. She killed herself.
I'm sorry.
She suffered from depression most of her life.
When did it happen?
9 years ago.
That must have been a terrible time for you.
I still haven't forgiven her. Being abandoned by your own mum aged 10 is pretty hard to forgive. My dad tried to blame everyone else for it. He still does. I don't think he's come to terms with what's happened at all.
Well, perhaps you haven't either.
But I've moved on. And that's the difference between him and me. I've moved on and he's standing still.
Do you talk to him about your mother?
No, I don't talk to anyone about her. Especially not him. He gets upset, so I avoid the conversation at all costs.
Maybe you've both been doing too much avoiding.
Well, I've tried everything to make him happy. I visit when I can, I email photographs. I never let his calls go to voicemail because I know that he assumes I'm dead. And now all this weird stuff following me around, it's unbearable.
You have to make him understand that his behaviour is unacceptable.
I thought I made it pretty clear.
You shouted at him.
He let himself into my house. I had a right to be angry.
Why would he behave that way?
I don't know, look, spare me the pop psychology, all right? Because I've heard it all before. He still thinks I'm a child. I remind him of my mum and he's paranoid I'll end up like her.
Does he love you?
Of course. And I love him, but that goes without saying, doesn't it?
Does it?
So let's take things a step further by exploring how assertiveness can be successful within the team environment. We're going to continue with the experience-based learning with another role play. So, Heston, you're going to play a team leader with low staff morale. No one on your team has had a pay rise in 2 years.
Ah, that old chestnut.
So, as team leader, you're about to have a meeting with the managing director to ask for more money.
We should try this out on Julia when we get back.
No time to waste, Heston. You've got 5 minutes to pick your team and plan a strategy for the meeting.
Right. Who wants to work for me? Come on.
Look, I'm sorry about earlier.
No, don't start apologising. I mean, it's my problem, isn't it? That's pretty obvious now.
Well...
Can't be with you every step of the way, can I?
No, but I could make more of an effort. Look, I haven't been round in a while. Maybe I could pop round on Sunday?
Great. I'll make some lunch. It won't be like your mum's Sunday roast, but I'll have a bash.
No need to worry about that.
Did you want to stay for supper tonight?
No, I can't. I'm going out with someone. A friend. A girl. A friend.
Cuppa then?
Great.
Well, I've tried to be reasonable, Graham, but you've left me no option but to play hardball.
Whatever that means, it won't make any difference. I've told you already, there's nothing in the budget for pay rises.
Then my team and I will be forced to consider our position.
Anyone who resigns can be replaced. There's a global recession on, and most people are desperate to work, even if you're not.
We all want to work, but my staff costs less than your dry cleaning.
I think you may be losing some perspective on this, Heston.
You're the one who's behaving like a damn 19th century mill owner. My people have families to feed and bills to pay.
Then why have none of your people asked for a pay rise?
Haven't they?
No. I suspect this meeting is actually all about your pay rather than your team's. Am I right?
Okay. Here's the plan. I break the bad news to the team, deal with any fallout, you top up my salary, no questions asked. You'd have done the same.
Do you know, I can't even remember how you take your tea.
How could you do this? You're supposed to be my dad.
So, anyone, what do we think went well for Heston during his exercise?
Never mind about them, Graham. I want to know what you think, for once.
Well, clearly there are areas for us all
Stop
to discuss.
wriggling. How do you think I did in the last role play?
Okay. Perhaps you are uniquely placed to benefit more from this course than anyone.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means that your contribution today has been valuable, and I'm sure tomorrow we'll see more of the same.
Yes, I can see the lips moving, that's about it. Okay, let's have a show of hands, everyone.
Heston.
Who agrees with Graham that I have more to benefit from this course than anyone else? Oh, there's a surprise.
Hi, Chloe, it's me. Yeah, fine. Listen, I've decided to come. No, not tonight. I mean, to China. I've decided to apply to Beijing. Yeah, All right, calm down. Yeah, okay, I'll see you tonight. Okay, bye. Bye.
Yeah, Wednesday will be fine. 11:30, okay. And thank you, Dr. Hassan. I'll see you then. Goodbye.
Hey, Simon. Did Mr. Wozniak get his appointment?
Yeah, 10th September, I think.
Great, thanks for that.
No problem.
So, you got any gossip for me?
Gossip? No, don't think so.
Specifically about me?
I don't recall anything.
Zara and me doesn't ring any bells?
Ooh. You mean that?
Yes, I mean that.
Actually, she did mention something earlier.
Yeah? What'd she say?
Oh, nothing that I could possibly repeat.
That good, eh?
Yeah, that good.
What can you do?
Hey! Whoa! Hey! Hey! Hey!
Hello, did you not get the message earlier? Last man, last woman, not even then.
Did I teach you to act like that? Did I? No!
I'm gonna make it my mission to find you a man.
Please, no.
Yes.
You are pompous, you are arrogant, and you are overblown.
A witness to a murder. Or was she? An eventful lakeside holiday for Jessica Fletcher, next here on BBC1 Scotland. Now, this year's Strictly Come Dancing celebrities have been revealed. Find out who they are at bbc.co.uk/strictly.